Hola amigos, ¿cómo están? I know we haven't sent you homework for this week, but I wanted to record this video to do a quick summary about the pronouns, direct and indirect object pronouns, but not about what they are and how we use them. I wanted to record this video to explain to you a bit better where we place direct and indirect object pronouns. So let me show you here what we have learned so far. We said that direct and indirect object pronouns are placed before the verb, right? Before the verb. For example, yo te ayudo. Yo te ayudo. Te, the pronoun here. Ayudo, the verb. Yo te ayudo. I help you. We place the pronoun before the verb. Okay? Another example here. Tú me ayudas. Tú me ayudas. You help me. We place the pronoun before the verb. The third example says, María me dice una historia. María me dice una historia. We place the pronoun me before dice, and here we have María tells me a story. Okay? Again, we place the pronoun before the verb. When the verb is conjugated, look at this. Ayudo, yo ayudo, tú ayudas, and María dice. So the verbs are conjugated. When we have two pronouns, we will do this. We will say, yo te lo doy. Yo te lo doy. I give it to you, right? Of course, we need context here to know what it is. According to the conversation that we have, we will guess what lo is standing for. And here we have Carlos me lo dice. Carlos me lo dice. Me, one pronoun, lo, another pronoun. Tú se lo regalas. Tú se lo regalas. This se, we have se here because what? Why do you think we have se here? We will have se because we cannot have le, lo, le, la, right? When we have le, lo, le, la, that conflict, we need to turn le into se. Indirect object pronoun, direct object pronoun. Indirect object pronoun here, direct object pronoun here, same story here, okay? When we have the two pronouns in the same sentence, we will place both of them before the verb, okay? One quick thing that I would like to say here is that we will never break or we will never separate the two pronouns. When we use two pronouns, they will always go together. Me, lo, te, lo, se, lo, etc., etc. We will never break them into two and separate them, okay? If we are going to use the two of them, they have to, they have to go together, okay? So again, we place the pronouns before the verb, but we can also place the pronouns after the verb, and we will see here that we will do that. We will place the pronouns after the verb when we have a verb in infinitive. In infinitive. For example, ayudarte, ayudarte. Okay? A sentence could be yo voy a ayudarte. Ayudar, infinitive. Te, the pronoun, after the verb. The interesting thing here is that it becomes one word, ayudarte. Okay? Tú vas a ayudarme. Tú vas a ayudarme. Again, the verb in infinitive here, the pronoun here, in one word, ayudarme. Another example here, María va a decirme una historia. María va a decir, infinitive, decirme una historia. María va a decirme una historia. María is going to tell me a story. We have the pronoun after the verb because the verb is in infinitive. So we can place the pronoun after the verb. We have previously seen that we can place the pronoun before the verb, but we can place the pronoun after the verb when we have the verb in infinitive, right? María va a decirme una historia. We could replace this una historia with a pronoun, and I will say María va a decirme la, because la is replacing una historia. María va a decírmela. Okay? One more thing that I would like to point out here is that these two pronouns, or this pronoun and this pronoun here, these pronouns here can go before the first verb as well. Because here I have the two rules. I have the rule that says that the verb can go after, that the pronoun can go after the verb if the verb is in infinitive. The verb is in infinitive here, yes, ayudar, decir, so I can place the pronoun after the verb. But I also have that rule here that I will place the pronoun before the verb if the verb is conjugated, like doy. So I could place the pronoun in these two positions here. I can put it here after the verb in infinitive, or I can put it here. Yo te voy a ayudar. And then I delete this part here. Yo te voy a ayudar. The meaning is the same. I can place the pronoun here or here. The same story for this example. Tú vas a ayudarme, or tú me vas a ayudar. Okay? And same story with these two pronouns here. María va a decírmela, or María me la va a decir. María me la va a decir. So we have those two options. Okay? When we have the pronouns before the verb, they are independent words. It's not the case when I place the pronoun here after the verb. It becomes one word with the verb, right? So we can place the pronoun after the verb. But there is one more situation when we will place the pronoun after the verb. Okay? Sorry, before we do that, I will show you another example here. And look at what's going to happen here. I have yo compré queso para prepararte una pizza. Yo compré queso para prepararte una pizza. Here I have the verb in infinitive, preparar. Therefore, I need the pronoun te right here attached to the word in one word. In this case, I cannot do what I did here, because here I have two verbs, so I can move the pronoun from here to here before this other verb. But here, I only have one verb, preparar. Para is not a verb, so I cannot do yo compré queso te para preparar una pizza. No, no, no. Malo, malo, malo. We don't do that. We put the pronoun right after the verb in infinitive here, prepararte, and that's it. We can't do anything else here, okay? Because we only have one rule. When the verb is in infinitive, we place the pronoun after. We don't have another verb to put the pronoun before it, okay? So we can also place a pronoun after the verb when we are using commands. When we are using commands, for example, ayúdame, llámame, respóndeme, espérame. Okay? We don't need me only. We can use any pronoun. Ayúdalo, right? Help him, ayúdalo. Llámala, call her, llámala, ¿sí? Respóndelo, ¿sí? Respóndelo, etcétera, etcétera. Okay? Espérala. We don't need to use me all the time, but when we have a command, we have to put the pronoun after the verb, and again, it becomes one word, okay? And we will not place the pronoun before at any point when we are using commands, imperative in Spanish, okay? But there is one more thing, and I am speaking about the ando yendo, ongoing actions in Spanish. We will place the pronouns after the verbs in ando yendo, ing, cooking, working, walking, etc., etc., etc. For example, let me show you here. Estoy preparándote una pizza. Here we go. Estoy preparando, ando yendo, preparándote una pizza. Estoy preparándote una pizza. Again, when I have a verb in ando yendo, preparando, cocinando, caminando, etc., etc., and I am going to use a pronoun, I can put the pronoun after the verb. And again, it becomes one word. Preparándote una pizza. Another example here. Let me zoom out. Here we go. María está diciéndome una historia. María está diciéndome una historia. Diciendo, yendo, me, una historia. We place a pronoun after the ongoing version of the verb. Ando yendo. María está diciéndome una historia. The third example I have here is tú estás regalándome un libro nuevo. Regalando, ando yendo, me, the pronoun. Tú estás regalándome un libro nuevo. Okay? Again, we can place a pronoun in three situations: when we have the verb in infinitive, when we have the verb in command, and when we have a verb in ando yendo, the ongoing form. Okay? One more little thing here. As we have estoy preparando, one verb, another verb. Está diciéndome. One verb here, está diciendo. Another verb here. Tú estás regalando. Two verbs, estás and regalando. As we have two verbs, these little guys here, these pronouns, can also go before the first verb here. So I could say, tú me estás regalando, and then I delete this part. Tú me estás regalando un libro nuevo. María me está diciendo una historia. See? And guess what? What's going to happen here with the first sentence? Huh? Yes, I'll put here te estoy preparando una pizza. Te estoy preparando una pizza. But why? Why do we have that? The answer is simple, because we have the same rule that we had all the way here. Before the verb, right? Before the verb conjugated. In that case, the verb was estar. In this case, it's ayudar, but it's still conjugated. Estar is conjugated too. So I can put the pronoun before the verb. I will put the pronoun before the verb, but I also have the third rule. If the verb is in ando yendo, then I can place it after. I have the two rules, so I can put the pronoun before or after the verbs. Okay? See. One more thing? Yes, one more thing. Okay. As you can see here, María me está diciendo una historia. Una historia could be la. So, María me la está diciendo. María me la está diciendo. Or, María está diciéndomela. How about that? María está diciéndomela, or María me la está diciendo, depending on what you want to use. Okay, one or the other. Both work in the same way. Another example here, tú me estás regalando un libro nuevo. Un libro nuevo, lo. Okay, tú me lo estás regalando, or tú estás regalándomelo. Okay, one or the other. You can place the two pronouns after the ing verb, the ando yendo verb, or before the verb estar. Okay, I'll leave the phone like this, the camera like this, so that you can look at these examples. I hope this video helps you guys understand where you should place the pronouns. You can place it before the verb when the verb is conjugated, but you can also place it after the verb when the verb is in infinitive, when the verb is in command, or when the verb is in ing, ando yendo, an ongoing form. Okay? Thank you very much for watching this video. Yo soy Giancarlo y yo apruebo este mensaje. Okay? Si te gusta este video, click on the thumbs up y leave your questions in the comments below. I'll be happy to answer, to respond your questions. Okay? Thank you very much for watching. Hasta luego. Ciao.